Well, this is gonna be a 50k pack opening. It's long overdue, but it's finally here. I don't start off with 50k, but I keep selling players that I get and players I already have to get more VC. So it's gonna add up to 50k by the end of this. And I've been gone for a little while, but that's because last week was my birth week. You know, I had to take the time out and enjoy myself. But now I'm back. I got some free time and I'm ready to get a gold legend. Oh my goodness, I got my very first one, Byron Scott. But it would be my luck that they would give me a player who most likely will not make it onto my team. Now, before Byron Scott was the coach of the Cavaliers and Hornets and Nets and etc., he actually was playing for the Los Angeles Lakers and he was a solid player for them. He was their shooting guard on those championship teams. He won 3 championships in 3 years, 85, 87, and 88. Byron Scott actually led the team in scoring over James Worthy, over Kareem, over Magic at one point in his career, but still, you know, like, the accomplishment's an accomplishment. You gotta give him that. But the main reason why he will not be making it to my team is pretty much because he's outplayed by Shannon Brown. Shannon Brown's faster, he has a better shot, he's a better dunk rating, he has the same all-ball defense, higher quickness, the list just goes on. And it's unfortunate that he can't even make it to my bench because a gold player is a little too expensive. I'm spending my VC to get players right now. I need to save a little bit so I can play the games after, right? But it was almost out of VC, so I decided to sell a few things, move around a few assets, and now I have 10,000 I can play around with. If we get something else, we're gonna keep this pack opening going. I was thinking about talking about the 2K14 new features and things inside of this video, but I think I'm going to save that for my next My Team game. I think it deserves its own video to talk about my opinions on the things that are coming back, especially Crew, something that I made my name off of. But like I said, that's the next video. But I don't want you guys thinking that the video's done. The gold legends are not done coming. 2K owed me months worth of gold legends and here they finally come. James Worthy. When I got him, I was just ecstatic because he's a guy who can be a 4, he can be a 5, he has high vertical, an amazing post game, high layup and dunk, solid strength. He does everything I need other than shoot the 3-point shot. But I have enough shooters on my team to the point where I don't need him to do that. I don't need my floor spaced out that high. And as you guys can see, he's an amazing finisher. No matter how big the opposition is, he just barrels right through them, double teams, anything. He is a great player to have on your team. He's a pretty common and I think undervalued gold player. I appreciate every time I got James Worthy. Yes, that was not the last time. And I got William McCarter. I keep getting these Laker legends. This is a Laker legend day. They're gonna give me Byron. They're gonna give me James. They're gonna give me William McCarter. They're gonna give me, I'm not gonna spoil the other guys, but they're all bronze players anyway. But they just keep giving me players who are all from the Los Angeles Lakers of the past. Who knows, maybe I'll get lucky and get the very first ever Frank Brickowski Lakers version. I don't know. But I'm gonna keep them coming and I got Gerald Wallace. He's not a gold legend, but he might as well be because he's so rare. They have him in here, but they don't have Pager. They don't have Scottie Pippen. I can go on and on and on about all the players who are solid in this game that they don't have at all in my team, but he's one of the ones that surprised me. He has a 97 dunk, he has a high steal rating, offensive rebounds at 84, his speed is really high, his vertical is really high as expected, his quickness is high. He is a really good and exciting player to have for the cost of $3.99, baby. He doesn't cost anything to play with. He's a bronze player. I couldn't believe it. I was shocked. I was happy. He's going into the lineup. And of course, you guys know how these pack opening goes. You're going to see half of the time it's going to be either AT&T, US Airways, wherever the Miami Heat play, and especially the Clippers. Oh my goodness, I got these courts so much I don't even like watching them play in real life anymore. That's how many times I got these courts, and I will not use them because of that. Because actually, let me not say that. Because if I get William McCarter, if I get a really hot throwback retro jersey, I'll throw the court on just to make it, you know, San Antonio and San Antonio. But I really will not choose them just because I like the court anymore. And believe it or not, this late into my team, I have yet to get a Knicks home jersey. A regular, not Los Knicks or whatever the Russian version of the Knicks are or whatever. No, I want a regular Knicks jersey and the game won't give it to me. It's bad enough that they took months, more than half a year to give me one gold player, and you got players starting my teams off with like 2 of them in a bag. I would like to see them change, sir. Billy Thompson, another Laker. I don't want to call him legend because he's not legendary. He's just old. That's what I'm going to call him. Another old Laker. Let me find out Billy Thompson's nephew or grandson is watching my videos. He's going to leave me a little hate comment. Oh, and actually speaking about that, I have met some of James Worthy's family in the past. So maybe that person is watching this video and they're like, you know, shout outs to this guy because he saluted I'm not going to say who the person is to James Worthy. But, you know, Billy Thompson, you know, I'm just making a joke, you know, you don't got to send your family at me or whatnot. And I'm still opening gold packs, getting absolutely nothing. I'm getting players, which is a good thing because you can always sell them for 500, but it's a bad thing because they're players that don't have any use to me. Right now, I'm just throwing away VC. But, you know, pack openings aren't guaranteed to give you solid or usable players. If that was the situation, they'd be way more expensive. We actually haven't got a player in a minute. And you know that with any pack opening, there's always going to be a drought where there's a lack of player, a lack of even anything usable. Usually just a drought of good stuff and a surplus of crap. And they just throw, like that, the AT&T Center. How many? I hate the AT&T Center. But they give you that so often, and it just makes it that much better when you finally do get something good. And I'm running out of VC. I'm down to 6,989. And I sold a couple things. I told myself I'm done. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take a chance one more time. And I got Sidney Moncrief! Mr. Consistency! That man is bad! And when I say bad, I mean bad. And when I mean bad, I mean bad in a good way. Sidney Moncrief, just look at his stats. That guy can do it all and he can guard anything that moves. He was that guy on defense over the 80s. Sure, his prime might have been cut short by injuries and a lot of people don't know who he is, but this guy ran the 80s. On defense, he was that guy. He is a top 100 player in the league's history. This guy was so well-rounded and so dominant on defense that he made it to 5 All-NBA teams and 5 defensive teams. And on top of that, he won Defensive Player of the Year 2 times in a row during the 80s. And I mean, this guy would lock you up and throw away the key. I'm excited. I can't wait for my next game.